So Yash, what is it the foreigners' fascination with yoga? Much more than we are.
Actually, the truth is that I learned my yoga teacher when I was getting certified. My yoga teacher
Was a foreigner.
Sannyasi, Purna Sannyasi.
Oh, I see.
Purna Sannyasi, and very inspirational figure. I mean, I
Okay, so you've seen first-hand experience of somebody
yes. So,
who's
I
not
learned
Indian.
chanting from her.
Okay.
I learned the fundamental tenets of yoga from her.
All right.
And she is a Purna Sannyasi. So, as I said, yoga is a universal global culture. The reason why you see a lot of foreigners in yoga is also because of their societal
The new
changes.
kinds of stresses that they're going through.
Yoga is actually a fairly intense sadhana. If you go to any school or any ashram, you have to devote a part of your life in a very intense
To
sadhana.
listening to the teacher talk, not just demonstrating.
Yes. No, you have
asanas.
to surrender completely.
Okay.
Physical, mental, emotional surrender happens there, and because their current detached lifestyle helps them stay for those longer periods and experience yoga at a slightly deeper level.
Okay.
Whereas if you look at the current Indian situation, taking
we are intensely integrated with the family.
3 years off and spend time in an ashram I think many Indians desire that, but the current situation is such that they find it very difficult. Besides that, the foreigners, the reason why they took to yoga is also because most of them experimented with their body initially.
Okay.
As yoga starts with the body.
Okay.
So you'll find a lot of them, dancers or gymnasts or
Coming for that little
So
yogic.
a very, very, very strong physical practice. The repetitiveness of the physical practice led them to an internal inquiry, and that internal inquiry, intensified their search, and that's how they embraced yoga. And once you embrace yoga, the good thing about yoga is, you don't look back. You always look forward.
All right. Now, coming to your actual experiences here, you are running a yoga class, yoga school, yoga studios, you call it something else, yoga clinic? No.
Yoga studios.
Yoga studios.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So what is this yoga studio? I've heard of art studios and music studios.
When we started 136.1, the vision was to have a fusion of tradition and modernity.
Okay.
Without diluting the essence of yogic wisdom, the purity of yogic wisdom.
Okay.
So we set about to spread yoga in a very contemporary setting.
Okay.
And
so stylish interiors, air conditioning, all the rest
fairly
of it?
stylish interiors, plush interiors. I mean, you should come and see.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
And a very non-judgmental format.
Okay.
So we don't say that this form of yoga will work for you, this form of yoga will not work for you.
You just
let the consumer, we let the member choose.
Okay.
So,
and is it a one-on-one practice or is
right? We have a mix of good one-on-one and group classes. So majority of the classes are group classes, which has a strong community feeling. You practice yoga with your.
So they might take their friendship and association beyond the studio and they become family friends and stuff like that?
A very good, I would say, salient accomplishment of 136.1 is to create a wonderful community.
Okay.
It's a studio where you also, the reason why it is called a studio is because yoga is taught in a contemporary setting, but in a very classical way.
All right, not to let this critical question go by, how much did all that cost?
Actually, not much, because when it comes to investment in your health.
Okay. That sounds like a brochure, but just say somebody wants to join your studio.
So, it's a subscription-based model.
Okay.
So, you pick up a subscription, an annual subscription or a 3-month subscription.
So, they pay for the entire course at one shot?
Yes. So, the annual subscription is 22,000 rupees.
Okay.
And the 3-month subscription is 11,000.
That's about the size of a bottle of scotch.
Yes. But
for a whole month?
Yes.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not
Considering
bad.
how many classes will you give for a month?
Unlimited classes.
Oh.
Unlimited classes.
Okay.
They say that a bottle of scotch results in all the yogic wisdom.
also. And if you couple it with actual yoga lessons, it'll be brilliant.
Yes.
But also, how about the food intake and all? Does that matter?
I'd like to correct you. The high that you get out of a yoga practice is a
better.
lot more higher than what you get from a scotch.
I'm sure. Actually, eventually everybody drops the bottled variety and go into these things for more satisfaction.
Right.
But is there any dietary thing that goes on in yoga?
We actually, what makes us very special is also that we don't focus there is no obsession, the dietary thing, as you said.
Okay.
Primarily because when you become serious in your yoga practice, when you start evolving, you automatically start taking care of yourself. Because what yoga does, regular yoga practice does, it makes you accountable to yourself. When you start thinking that you're accountable to yourself, you start focusing on what you're eating, how you're leading your life, how much of hours you are spending in your work, and the awareness with your work. Most importantly, your sleep pattern. With more practice, the awareness is heightened, and with heightened awareness, all this is taken.
One thing I wanted to ask was, so many pictures we have of our yogic masters or the great sannyasis of the old, barring the Buddha, almost everybody is out of shape. Big bellies. Especially I see the Jains, I don't know what the Jains, there are a lot of Gurujis among them,
right,
who are actually big, fat and paunchy.
Right.
Including the Asaram Bapu. He's no slim, trim Jim. So what is it? These people don't have any connect with yoga?
No. They're all very evolved masters. And you know what? So at the first level, you see them. What you see is pot bellies. Okay. But if you go a little deeper, you'll realize that they are very evolved masters.
No, I'm not. No doubt about that.
So what typically happens is they all start with the body, and with very regular practice, and because they're masters, because they realize soul, they would have done the most important thing, which is not connect with the ego. So when you don't connect with your ego, you move away from the physical body.
I love that explanation. And
when you go
so now when somebody says, Madhav, you're fat and oversized, I would say I am an evolved person, and that's why
in a way, yes,
I'm okay.
Yes, in a way, you can say that, yes.
All right, Yashwant, lovely having you here, and I hope your studio just zooms.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.